Do.
Call the meeting to order, and we will start with the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Moving on to roll call.
Casey Benner,
Here.
Mark Buckeye, Tom Hooper. Here. Bill Hart. Here. Whitney Tucker.
Here.
We have quorum.
Okay. Moving on to the approval of the agenda for tonight's special session.
So moved.
Second.
I have a motion and a second. All in favor? Aye. Any opposed?
Okay.
Okay. Moving on to introduction of evidence.
We have the design guidelines, municipal code, and then in front of you, you have the staff reports for the two applications we'll consider tonight.
I'll make a motion to accept the evidence.
I have a motion and a second to accept the evidence. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed? Okay, moving on to old business. We will start with SGHC 036-25 to receive a certificate of appropriateness to replace a standing seam metal roof with an architectural shingle roof at 198 Leahy Street. Do I have anyone here to speak on that? Could you come to the podium, please?
I also have the pictures here. You had access to them last week, but that Mr. Troutwine provided if you'd like to look at them. Some of them are damaged, some of them are other.
Is this mic on?
Yes, sir.
What do you need from me? You have questions?
Go ahead and state your name.
My name is Mark Troutwine. 198 LaHaye is the property that I own. And these are the pictures that I presented to Mr. Bova. So any questions? And Dave can back me up, excuse me, and Dave can back me up on this. It takes me a little bit of time to get around the barn, if you will. I was in the military, I had a TBI, so bear with me a little bit. I used to be able to be smooth, but sometimes I can't. You know what I'm talking about, Dave?
You're doing just fine.
Okay, I'm nervous. Heck, I feel like I'm going up on a parole board here.
It's not easy being on this side either.
Yeah, wrong building for that.
Say again?
The wrong building for that.
Thank God. Well, it looks like it. I don't know.
No, the courthouse is the parole building.
Mark, you want to tell us a little bit about why you
I can't hear you, Dave. I'm
tell
sorry.
us a little bit about why you want to do architectural shingles and why you don't want to go back with standing seam metal.
Okay. I love raised hem. I don't like the standing seam. There is a difference. Standing seam was originally made for commercial. And if you look at 198 diagonal, it's a variation of a standing hem. It's the cheaper version. I think it's cheaper version. If you put every building that you put that on around this town, it takes away from the artisanship of the welded standing hem seam. Is anybody familiar with what I'm talking about? The welded, like what's on my house, and the standing seam that Dave, the standing hem that Dave speaks of. It's 1 3/4 inches tall. It's almost 2 inches. Mine is only 3/4 to 1 inch if it raises a little bit. And when you cap on the ridges, it doesn't come down, it leaves a gap. Now they got foam and stuff like that. It's for easy, fast construction. And it was originally intended not for houses. And in the early 80s, a few people started putting it on their houses. You can do your research on that because I did this for a living. And there's no artisan craftsmanship to the welded seam that we have in our town, which I absolutely adore. I love original. I'm original I don't like new fads. Like everybody in the 70s, it got big, the steel siding, and then the aluminum, and then the vinyl siding, and you could take excuse my language, chicken shit and turn it into chicken salad overnight. Boom, and it looked beautiful. But then it faded, chalk, and and everybody wants to rip it off and see what they got underneath, and you got beautiful houses underneath it that you just covered up with plastic or polymer. I'm not supposed to say plastic, but anyway. I would love to put what I have on my house back on my house. It is not sold. I can't even find a machine, and I'd pay $40,000 if I could find a machine, and then I would lease it out to this town or whatever so they could put it on right. But I do not want standing him because it's. Do you know what I speak of? You're the one staring. Oh, I'm sorry, I'm not looking at everybody.
You're okay.
I for some reason staring right at her. I apologize. I'm nervous. Oh, let me get over my nerves here. When you put that ridge, mine don't have a ridge cap. Have you seen them? They have a. It's a line. It has an under ridge cap. It goes. It's like if you're looking right at me. This is the gable. You look at the end. The very first thing that goes on is that ridge cap, and it goes like this, up, like this, up, and it runs that whole line. And then you start putting your raised hem, and then the first piece, and it's not seamless. They come in sections. Like the new stuff, it's seamless. All that is for speed, for just like the new plumbing. What do you call that, Dave? That new PEX. There's nothing good about PEX. Nobody likes PEX, but except for a plumber, because he can make a ton of money real quick and charge twice as much. I like copper. I don't even like plastic, but I prefer plastic over PEX. But it's quick and easy. You don't have to,
Right, you can bend it.
you bend it, put it in, boom. But there's like 15 that I know of lawsuits on the two types of PEX that's out there. The same thing with this metal siding. There's two lawsuits that I know of, not individual, what do you call those? Where lots of people are behind it. Class actions on that. And anyway, I don't want to get into all that, getting sideways here, but you got that raised hem. It goes down the top, and then your pieces go up. Your starter pieces, or your finisher piece at the top, you got that raised hem, and then it will die out and go flat. So everything's flat. There's nowhere for any critters to get in there or anything, bird's nest, anything like that. If I could find it, that house would have it. I've been looking from here. I have looked to all over France, on the interwebs. I was everywhere. Yeah, I said interwebs. Almost. I can't find it. When I first met Dave, I was like, yeah, I want this. I didn't realize what I was getting into. I was like, oh crap, you can't find this. You can find that, what is around here. And if I put that on my house, it's going to make, it's like putting brand new tennis shoes on a 1970 pair of sneakers. It's just going to look wrong. It's going to look like I'm going to start Mark Trout Wine DDS right there, because I got a commercial roof. It's a commercial roof. I know you guys are trying to make this town look good, and I commend you for it. And I love this town. I love it to death. Otherwise, I've got a farm outside it. I could just stay out there and die the rest of my life. But this woman right here, my backbone, said, "Hey, I like this house." Well, Mama gets one. I'm like, okay. I didn't know that I had a, historical house, so to speak, and we had a few rough ends. I'm not gonna try to beat around the bush, did we?
We had some conversations.
We had a process, but we got through it. We figured out each other. I'm an old country boy. You ain't telling me what to do. It's my farm. you're in a city and you're in what is this, a park, a national park.
National
Shit.
Park.
He is going to tell me what I'm going to do. But I adjust. And I think he, we got off on the wrong foot the first time I met him because I wanted a ramp. Well, you can't just put a ramp up here. I'm like, by God, I can put a ramp. I'm a disabled vet. Yeah, but you got to go through. I'm like, okay, we got through that, and I figured out. I understood after I sat back. I understood. Oh, this is a park. I did not know it was a park. Like a national park. And I've worked all over the whole state of Missouri, Illinois, Arkansas, a little bit in Iowa, and I was there's three of us. I got to look over. I've just got that. I thought I heard something behind me. There's three of us that started a siding company and a remod. And I took that company from a Fortune 500 to a Fortune 100 in less than 2 years. And then we went nationwide. And then I got out of it when I sold. I had two, and I sold mine. Had one over in Illinois, and I had one down around Corning, Arkansas. And I just couldn't do it. From a little bit about me, I got hurt many times in the military. I was still able to function and work. And then back in 2008, I had a bad car wreck, and that's why, I don't mean this, but, nervous. I could talk to anybody, anywhere, and I just feel like, what was the damn question? I told you.
You want to see if they have any questions?
Do y'all have any questions?
Well, first of all, I appreciate what you're doing at your house. I live in the next block. I just moved there a couple of months ago. I noticed that you got the guttering company over,
No.
but no gutters up.
Never had a guttering company.
Okay.
No, I let them borrow my drive in front because they're going to block the street. Had nothing to do with me. I got my own. I got my own gutter truck.
Oh, okay.
I have all my own equipment. No, they were doing that old grocery store on the corner. Yeah, that had nothing to do with me. I wouldn't let them touch mine with a 10-foot pole. Hell no. Excuse my language. I apologize. I'm trying to be nice. My filter.
Have you had anybody? We have the same kind of roof. We did get a bid, a very reasonable one, to have it recoated with a 3-coat process.
With the
If you'd explored that at all.
DTM, direct to metal. Yeah. I don't think direct to metal is going to work on mine on that front part. It had there was a tree. It's the best I can figure out. I'm like doing a CSI work on this thing. There was a tree. There's a stump there. It ain't there no more, and it peeled that whole roof back, and the porch. That porch, Dave saw it. It was the roof is gone. It was rotted and yeah, you'd have to see. I got a picture somewhere, but anyway, but on that top part, it folded it back, and they crunched it back, and it's got seam hole. Where you bend it, you get holes in the seam, and they put some kind of white junk on there. I haven't messed with that
Looks like
white.
somebody put tar on it. And everything else.
Yeah, I had some people. I had my son up there putting a little bit of tar here and there, taking some of the tar off that was curled up, and I got some better stuff and. Stop some leaks. Beg your pardon. But yeah, do you put DTM on yours?
Yes,
What color is your
three-step
roof?
process.
What color is your roof?
Now it's silver, kind of a silver gray.
What was it?
Well, silver gray now. We're putting a tan roof on it, tan colored.
I'm a little bit confused. You said you put the DTM on it, but you're still going to get another roof. Is that what you're saying?
No, we're recoating the roof.
Oh.
And you asked what color it is now, and it's gray now. But the new roof, the coating is going to be tan.
Oh, I see. You haven't done it yet.
No, sir.
Oh, I was going to say maybe I could look at that, but
It should be happening within the next month or so.
I don't know how long this process takes. I don't know. It might be shut down tonight. make me nervous, but, I looked into that and the DTM, I could put that on there, but, I've got all the figures to put the DTM, and I'm just gonna assume that your house, I haven't seen your house, it's 2-story?
It's 2-story, yes.
It's a 2-story house. I'm gonna assume your house is roughly 16 square total. It might more like 14, but extra if, you know, if you were doing, but it's around 14 to 16 square, your house. I'm pretty good at guessing if it's a 2-story old house, kind of like mine, it would probably a little bit.
Yeah, it's about the same size.
Yeah, so just for, in case you haven't measured it, that's what your house is, about 16 square. And the price of the DTM, I can do for the same price. I can redeck my roof and put architect shingles, the color that I gave Dave, for the same price. You're going to need about 50-something 5-gallon buckets of that to do it right. And I'm not kidding you, it's going to cost you it's going to cost me a little bit more than the DTM, and that's just a Band-Aid over the problem. It's not going to last you 20 years, the DTM. Not even close. Because I want to put plywood just for extra protection and tar paper and things of that nature. It's going to cost me approximately about $2,800 more than with the new decking and the shingles than it is to put the DTM. So why do it twice?
You don't want to go back with metal because it's too expensive?
No, I don't like. I want exactly what I got. I don't want it to look commercialized, and that's what I'm seeing. And it does not. I mean, everybody's got their own view, but I've been in 45 years in construction, and I know I put it on there, and the new stuff is made for speed. It's not for craftsmanship, artisanship, pure artisanship. And the shingles will make it look 10 times better than that, because I want red. And and if I was able to get brand new what I have on there now, which you cannot get, you can't even find a machine. I've looked. I would buy a machine because I can make. I don't want to make money, but I'd even freaking donate it to the city and say, hey, you guys, when where people could rent it out, if I could find a machine that put out the old product. It's not really about money. It is. I'm not a rich guy, but I like things to look natural, like it belongs there. I don't want it to pop and look like it's somebody's gonna make a business out of that. I want it to look natural. Anyway, I don't know what you think.
Well, I think that your roof is originally metal. That's the original look of it. And another metal roof would be more like your existing roof than a 3-tab shingle.
Not 3-tab.
Asphalt shingle roof would be, because your house wasn't built with this asphalt shingle roof.
But
The asphalt shingles are inappropriate for a house of that age.
Casey.
but they had them.
The asphalt shingles are inappropriate.
Can I walk up? I can't hear that good. I apologize.
For the age that your house is, the asphalt shingles are completely inappropriate.
Inappropriate.
Yes. By the National Historic Registry standards, they should be going back with the same roof that is on it now.
But I can't put the same roof.
A metal roof of a modern raised seam, standing seam, is much more appropriate than the shingles. In any way, any shingle you put on there would be inappropriate.
Okay, I'll accept that. That's fine. I have do you mind if I stand here so I can hear y'all better? Because I don't. I said something to Dave, and I think you kind of took a little bit out of context. When we were sitting in your office, I said, I don't want it to look like barn roof. And what I meant by barn roof is that cap and the side things. Since I can't get the raised hem the, roof, it's not available. Except for, in the industrial that y'all are putting around here, that's all industrial.
No,
No, I know
it is appropriate for houses of that age to
Appropriate.
replace metal roofs with.
It's a,
All houses that have metal roofs can be replaced with a modern roof.
they can be, but it's not appropriate.
It is appropriate. But the National Historic Registry standards say that it is appropriate, which is the standards that we go by.
Okay, but I don't have that, paperwork. You seem a little agitated. Are you agitated toward me?
Excuse me?
You seem a little abrupt toward me, I don't know why.
No,
You,
I'm just asking for you to listen, and you're not. We are listening to you.
okay, that's not true. I'm explaining myself. And I said, I accept that. Did I not? Did I not, Dave?
You're fine.
Okay, he said I'm fine.
He's fine.
When I said barn metal, I meant, like my neighbor that's got right across the street, caddy corner. And I know this is appropriate for the age of mine. You know what's on my old shed, the horse and buggy carriage shed?
Corrugated tin?
Corrugated. That was my second choice, corrugated. And that is appropriate because there's like 15 houses right down the street. They're older than mine and up. It's corrugated and it matched my old garage too, my old garage.
I think what Mr. Hooper is referring to is the national park produces multiple documents that this board has to abide by. One of them is a document called substitute materials. So that's allowed. Like you can't have asbestos slate tile anymore. So there's a list of things that you can do to put on your historic home to try and get as close as possible. Okay. What Mr. Hooper's referring to is these standing seam metals of today are allowed to replace the standing seam metals of yesteryear.
Okay.
Architectural shingles, according to these documents that they're trying to abide by, are not allowed.
Okay. Is there an alternative to the standing hem to make it look not like brand new shoestrings on old tennis shoes? Because I want it to stretch.
I think if you find a product that you're happy with besides what is being proposed tonight, a metal of some sort, and you want to add it.
And I want to paint it. I want to paint it distressed. Or the company, I've talked to several companies and outlined it.
Color's not in our,
Yeah,
Okay.
we don't
So-
dictate color.
we don't,
I don't know what you're saying.
we will not dictate what color you can paint anything.
Oh, you painted color.
Yes.
Well, it was red and that's what made me like the house.
Sure.
Wow, that's cool. That's what, any other color just look to that white house would be, just take it down a notch like gray. But okay, I'm gonna stand back over here. You guys discuss whatever you want.
Are you asking for permission to
Yes.
corrugate it?
I guess so, yeah. Corrugated would be fine. And the reason why I say corrugated, what's the difference? You might want to know, if you look at corrugated, when you put the ridge cap on, you all know what the corrugated is like this. That ridge cap that goes on there, it's also like that, and it takes it all the way down, and there's no gap. And that makes it look like a home and not a business.
I also have here, if you want to reference some vendors who sell modern standing seam, but most of them also, there's a ridge system that is sold along with it, of course.
Pictures, the pool and the garage and
That would be actually more cheaper than the shingles anyway. Put it that way.
Probably, yeah.
I can go pull one if you need it. None there.
Mr. Hart, I appreciate what you're, with the DTM, because that's exactly what I was gonna do. I was like,
I just moved from a house on Fourth Street and we did DTM there too. And it's
Yeah.
red.
And I use it on my building as well in the last couple of months.
yeah, it's just that it's not gonna last as long as a new roof.
This is true.
And in my condition, I don't have to do it again. I'm gonna be done, and I wanna be able to start on the upstairs of my house, and I can't because of the leaks, and I gotta figure out a problem. There's no point in doing anything until I get my roof fixed.
And corrugated is like a shed roof. Like galvanized, kind of like on my garage, right? Yeah. He said there are other ones in the district
Corrugated
that
roofs?
are corrugated.
Yeah, we've approved corrugated before.
Well, I guess I would move that we deny the COA and encourage the owner to come back with a different proposal for another kind of metal roof, whether that's corrugated or any kind of standing seam product.
So if, just for clarification for my sake, he said he's good with corrugated in red. Are we allowed to amend this, or does he have to do a whole new application, a whole nother?
Yeah,
HPC meeting?
that's why I denied. That's why most.
Can I ask a real quick question? I don't know how long you guys are gonna be. Is it just for me and this other gentleman? And then you go home?
Yeah.
Do I have time to fill out that other piece of paper and then just resubmit it right here so we can move on? Otherwise, we're gonna be in the winter and I'm kind of gonna have to tarp my roof.
We can certainly deny this request and then make a motion to allow a specific material if you wish to do so.
Okay,
Okay, yeah, that was my question. Sorry, I
Yeah,
didn't. stick that
basically,
clear.
we could do a resolution that denies the
this
tab shingles.
architectural, right.
Okay, yeah.
Allows you to do the
corrugated.
corrugated.
Oh, okay.
Sound reasonable?
Would that be reasonable? to
Yes,
you?
sir. Yes, sir. Yes.
Okay. Well, then I
We
withdraw
have to
my
deny
motion.
one and approve another.
I
Okay.
do,
So it'd be
but I want to make a new
deny with an
motion to
amendment.
deny,
Would it,
to
I
deny
have to come
this
back or?
COA, but approve use of a corrugated roof instead.
As an amended COA.
Yes, sir.
Corrugated metal.
Yes.
I know that's
Yeah.
implied.
Right, yeah.
Yeah, make sure it, not corrugated plastic or whatever that stuff is for greenhouse, none of that. Yeah, corrugated
Okay,
metal.
well, good. I think that's a good,
Good.
trade-off, kind of compromise.
That's,
When you do.
that's awesome.
Okay.
We just want to get going with,
The inside.
Like I said, I totally appreciate what you're doing down there because
No, I was asking.
it's a lot of work. That's a big project.
you should have seen it when we first arrived.
I wanted to cry. She liked it, but I wanted to cry.
I could see what we had
Well, I'm glad you
to
talked him
look
into
forward
it.
to.
I know.
So you're gonna read it now.
Yep. So I have a motion to deny the certificate of appropriateness to replace the standing seam metal roof with architectural shingles, but a modification to approve a corrugated metal roof on the house at 198 Leahy.
Exactly.
Okay, I will second that motion.
All right.
I have a motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed?
Okay, so later this week, I will put a letter in the mail to you, notifying you that this has been denied, but you've been allowed to have a corrugated metal roof. And then if you have any questions beyond that, all you'll need at that point, when the time comes, is a building permit, a roof permit.
Okay, where do I get that from you? Just put that in that letter too? I'll pay you right now. I don't get out much, you know that.
You
I'll
can do
get
it
it.
online, or
I don't even have a phone. I broke it back in January and I'm like,
we'll get you set
I
up.
don't want no phone. She's got one.
We'll get you all set.
God bless y'all. I really appreciate it.
Thanks for coming
And
tonight.
thanks for listening to my Because this is the hardest thing I've ever done since 98, since I had that wreck. Oh my God. So, am I paroled?
Wish you all the best at your house. Your renovation.
Can you send that to 198 LaHaye, that piece of paperwork?
Yeah.
Because she's working out there, and she put a mailbox up there.
It'll be in the mail by Friday morning.
198 LaHaye, I don't know what the zip code is.
I got that one.
Might Google it. Check your hand, whatever.
Oh, man.
Thank you very much.
Nice to meet you. See you around the neighborhood.
Can't remember. And I'd like to see your house.
Yeah.
I know this gentleman's got to do his thing. You said you have a standing seam like mine, and you do. If I can save it, do you? And you can have it, like for replacement. Because I'm gonna try my dangest because I know somebody out there's gonna need that.
It is just like mine.
Because there's some good. If it has pinholes, I mean, if you can need it, you need it. Just get over to him because I'll figure out where you live.
All right.
Here down the road.
Thank you.
Bye.
Good night.
Bye. Have a good night.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Okay, moving on to SGHC 037-25, to receive a certificate of appropriateness to construct a new single-family residence at 644 LaPorte Street.
Okay, my name's Tom Jones, and I'm learning something new because I didn't know the national park thing. With historic.
Yeah, well, but there is a national park here, but most of the city is in a National Register Historic District, which means it's listed on the National Register of Historic Places as having national significance. So we do have
that's
a big treasure here. And he said that he knows we're trying to make the town pretty. We're really not trying to make it pretty. We're just trying to preserve the history of
Sure.
the town.
Well,
That's
some
sort
of
of what we're.
yeah, some
our
of the
job
stone
is.
buildings in the downtown area close to here, it's like pretty nice, so. Okay, so you just want me to go ahead and start?
Absolutely, sir.
All right, so basically, we bought the lot my wife and I bought the lot at 644 LaPorte, doing a 2-bedroom, single car garage. The main house is about 1,056 square feet, I believe. With the garage, it's like 1,300 square feet. We're doing architectural shingles on the roof. We're doing, it's gonna be a slab. We're doing LP engineered siding, and that's basically engineered wood. And I've used it in the past, very tough. The front porch will have cedar rough cut, cedar post on the front porch and the back porch. I don't know if I'm not sure what else you guys need for.
You also shared the windows.
Yes, the windows.
And the elevations of the house.
Okay, good.
Okay, so with new construction in a historic district, there we're looking for several things, and a lot of them are listed here on your application. You know, use of grass in the front yard, some of the most important things is R5A. A new building should appear similar in scale to traditional single-family houses. New construction should appear similar in mass and scale to nearby historic structures. So that's where I have my first departure with your design.
Okay.
And that is that here are 2 houses right in your neighborhood. They're one of them's a story and a half, one of them's a 2-story. So your house doesn't really fit within that context, if you know what I mean. So,
Yeah,
I don't know.
I don't think we have any problems with the materials that you're using.
It's
The design of the building, you won't see a building like that anywhere in town. And you're putting it in a block between historic buildings, across the street from historic buildings.
Yeah.
And it should be of that same, it should fit into the neighborhood as a nice new sparkly gym that looks like it belongs there.
you know, maybe the same materials or the same kind of, maybe
The architecture is.
right, or with a roof, you know, what I'd like to see is maybe a little bit more height in your roof. Like here's a roof that goes up to, that looks, it's probably not, it might even be a second floor, but it doesn't really have to be. It could just add some height in your roof joists. I have pictures of some other ones, like this looks more like your house that's across the street, the roof. There's another, not too elaborate house that does go up a little bit higher with, with a little bit more height.
So would just having a higher roof make a difference?
That would definitely help,
Instead of
yeah.
a flat roof would make it look much less out of place.
Yeah, well, here's even a new house with a roof that looks like, almost exactly like the one you're across the street.
Okay, so what we've got, like you said, flat roof, it's not a flat roof, it's
It's not,
a 12-3
it's
pitch.
a 12-2 or
It- it-
12-4 or something like that.
Yeah.
But
So what pitch would be acceptable?
What would you say this is, Dave? Probably a 12-6 or, well, where was it? I mean, this is really high here. That's probably 12-6,
that's fine.
but like something like that.
So you just, that same, if you look down the street, you want to have that roof kind of be similar.
Sure,
They can be individual, but similar so they don't look like they're out of place in the neighborhood.
Yeah.
okay. But I mean,
Maybe
do
if
you
you,
have,
like, if you don't want a second floor, just maybe something in your design to kind of beef up the roof. Like I said, a higher pitch, maybe put a couple of 1 or 2 dormer windows in it that don't have to be functional windows to a room or whatever, but that are similar to your neighbor, to your neighbor's dormers that he has.
Right.
Mr. Jones, is this a 212?
no, that's actually, it's minimum 312.
Okay.
312, okay,
So I think, I don't know, you guys are gonna have to confirm, you're looking at like a 612, 712.
probably something like that,
You can certainly look at these if you want for reference.
Because I know 612 that's a 45-degree angle. That's a pretty steep roof.
that's a steep roof, right,
But what
right.
you've got is kind of, it appears, it just looks really out of
Now,
place.
this guy doesn't look that's maybe a little bit,
that's
not quite as steep,
Maybe 412, 512?
yeah.
Okay.
So carrying that, and so basically it's so that the ridge can be seen really from the road, so it really shows that roof line.
Okay. So what would I have to do as far as like changing the roof truss on the diagram? Do I have to go through the whole process again, or what do we?
I would be fine if you want to commit to that. If this commission wants to approve with this pitch roof or higher, or steeper, we would just move forward from here as long as they're fine with the materials and everything else, unless there's.
Because we could, like I say, 612 is pretty steep, but would we like, 512?
Or 512. Sounds okay.
Or I could do 412 and
512?
No, I was
Oh,
just showing you the
showing
roof
it,
that
yeah.
I'm picturing in my head.
Yeah, yeah.
can I see that? Just
I kind of started picturing the new house on Portis, similar to that.
So this is down on
Because
the corner
front
of
porch.
Second and.
Oh, yeah,
Kind
okay.
of that
Yeah,
similar,
it's kind of,
Got a
yeah.
cottage
The
feel
tea
to it.
house.
yeah, yeah.
super familiar.
but I don't know what the roof pitch is.
But yeah, it's got kind of that QR, Steve. So sorry. Would you like it in your face?
And what's the address on that house? Just out of curiosity, I can.
It's at the corner of Second and Merchant.
Yeah, I can't
It's
think of.
quintessential Rivertown spice and tea.
Okay, so if we did, let's just say, I think I'm gonna guess that one's gonna be like a 412. If I was to do a 412 with a dormer on the front,
That's preferable, I
That
think.
would look
because
appropriate.
I like that. I was trying to keep it simple, but
Yeah, and our MO is to uphold the design and the historic character of the neighborhood. It's not to try to make you spend more money,
oh no,
cause you trouble.
no,
Because we definitely don't want to do that, and
okay,
you'll be my new neighbor.
oh no, no problem.
Yeah, it's real sharp.
Steve?
What's that?
Linden House?
Oh, you mean sharp looking?
No, I mean.
Oh,
it's
Linden
very-
House,
it's
yeah,
a
that's
very
pretty steep. That's
Pretty
pretty
steep.
steep, but yeah,
Because I'm picturing like the dormers.
yeah, the dormers on that look.
But that's,
But I mean, if he meets the pitch that you're wanting, does he need the dormers still, or is it like? at
That would
this-
be icing on the cake.
Dormer would just make it, would doll it up really nice.
Yeah.
Well, okay, so if I did, say 412, and I'm not sure which way they do that, 12-4
You
or
can buy,
412.
and you can buy those prefab dormers.
I do like that, yeah, when the roof truss is already made like that, so much
Yeah,
easier.
yeah, it'd look really cute.
Okay,
Yeah, that
So-
would really make it look nice.
so say like one dormer centered is,
Yeah,
That'd be all right with me.
okay, yeah, I can do that. Okay,
It is basically a very simple cottage.
You know, you better have.
yes,
And just add that little dressing and change that to
We're
roof
not
would
gonna
be
talk about the
really nice.
garage.
okay.
Yeah, that's true. Maybe centered over the main house rather than the garage. Or maybe two. The two of them would probably look better over that.
I mean, if we're going for historic, a
wide.
balanced facade.
It's pretty
Balance
wide.
might be.
Yeah, but no, the garage that's attached, that's street
It's a-
facing?
Yeah, does face the street, the garage. Right? Your
Yes.
driveway be right
Yes.
in off the street.
It's that too.
Yeah, well, this has a driveway. It doesn't have a garage in the front, but
Well, I mean, because I took this style as like kind of a modern vernacular of a mid-century modern
yeah.
Yeah.
that's true.
ranch
Yeah,
style.
exactly.
But if you're going more back towards the earlier
Yeah,
20th,
yeah.
then the attached garage, it needs to be hidden. Because that's not gonna match what's on the street around it.
Could you move the garage entrance to the side instead of the front?
There's not enough room on that lot, because I'm about 9.5 feet off each side right now. So it was pushing it just for the 8 feet that we need to have.
I mean, a lot of projects were added on. That will-
Yeah, that's true. I would be okay with just having the extra height and allowing the garage,
Yeah.
since you do have that space confinement.
Okay.
See, I'm on the other end. I have no problem with the roof. I don't have an issue with the
Yeah,
garage.
it's just way too low for the rest of the neighborhood. The house is, it doesn't match the massing of anything around it. You know, it's like way down here and everything else is like
Yeah,
that,
2 stories.
you know? I get your conflict, but the thing is, how else are we gonna get this man a garage?
Right. I would just, if we lean more into, because the massing and the dormers and all of that, we're leaning into late era American Victorian, but not with the garage. So if we let him lean into that mid-century modern, which is still on the register, it's still contributing, then he still gets his garage with that facing, could still elevate the roof some, because when you get the ranch style, you still have that slope. I mean, that's just my take on it
Yeah.
with where he's starting at.
Would changing the pitch but eliminating the dormers solve that problem?
Probably it would give it less historical pretense, the building. Yeah, I see the windows are paired too.
We'll be done before you start. Hi, Jean.
That's a tough one.
I realize I'm the stick in the mud. I'm sorry. It's just. And we have some really great examples that are contributing for the range styles.
Yeah, it's just that there are any other ranch houses in this neighborhood.
In that neighborhood.
No.
Yeah, in that particular,
No,
in that particular chunk.
And the garage door, you're planning on having it color match the siding on the house?
It'll be, the windows will be black, the siding will be white, the garage door will be black.
Which matches the house next door.
I'd be apt to just approve the roof height and not make it not make the dormers mandatory.
So if I was to do, say, the 412, a steeper on that, and I will see if I can work in a dormer if possible, which, you know, I mean, I like that. So.
I think Whitney's issue is that she doesn't want to kind of muddy the waters style wise architecture.
Well, let me ask you this. How much trouble would it be if, and I'm thinking like the older style with the garage in the back, like you drive past the house and you got a detached garage in the back.
Right.
If I was to do that, it would shorten up the house, hopefully get a dormer in there on the shorter house. If we were to do a detached garage at a later date, would that be, is that
That would work.
hard to get, you know, approved or just
Certainly
kind of
be
like,
easier to do a more historic looking.
yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Yeah, and then the body of the house.
Yeah, then we can
Yeah.
pop the garage back
Yeah,
up.
Yeah, just have it just,
Yeah.
okay.
That would work real nicely.
Yeah, you could even do it as an L at that point.
That's
Yeah.
what's,
Still have it attached.
I don't know if I'd be able to be an Elks. I don't know if you could even turn.
Well,
I
yeah.
think it would just be a
You
garage,
can have a
like
compact car
Got to
only.
go back to front.
very small, yeah.
Okay.
Those are probably sheds
sheds,
Yeah.
some sort.
that existed, right? It says.
Yeah.
Garage now, though. Had no porch, but no little porch.
Yeah, that's how that porch.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I think it probably that design wouldn't be too unlike the new house at
Next door.
Laporte and Fourth that we were talking about.
Yeah.
You know, it's kind of the same, because that garage is in the back as well.
Yes.
So, you know which house I'm talking about?
I don't, we saw one new one that was over in that area, but I'm not sure.
The house burned and then they built a
Bigler.
new house. It's across the street from the funeral home.
I'm not super familiar with the area, so I'll take a look around. I'll drive over there
Yeah,
tonight.
Okay, yeah. And as Whitney was saying, there was also the Linden House that's a Merchant and Main Street. It's right next to La Technique's salon
yeah.
there.
Okay.
That'd be something you could look at as far as guidance on the dormers.
Okay. So what I have to, so if tonight, if it's agreeable to do the higher pitch roof with a dormer, no garage, and we'll put that in the back at a later date. Do I have to do anything else to,
No, I think we could probably make a motion to that.
So if we take the garage out, one dormer centered or
I think with the shorter,
two?
two, well,
Yeah.
and I was just thinking with the shorter house, one dormer might look okay, but, you know, one, two,
You'll see more double dormers around town. than
Okay.
you do.
well, let's go with double dormer. Just keep that simple. Double dormers, no garage, but we'll keep it in the same spot. So the garage, that'd be the driveway going to,
Yeah, yeah, sure.
okay.
Okay. Somebody want to make a motion?
And just on that note also, I'm sorry, I don't want to cut you off. Does the driveway have to be, if we're going to do something down the line, do I have to have a concrete driveway right now? I can just kind of make a drive
Like rock or whatever?
Yeah, just rock driveway right now. And then when we do the garage, then we'll do the driveway all the way to the street.
You can do that. Yes.
Okay, okay.
All right.
So
Okay.
Tom
Who
made
wants
a
to make the word sound?
We approve the application with the following modifications. The change in pitch of roof and allowing 2 dormers on the roof and removing the garage from the side.
What was the pitch we agreed on?
We drew to 412 to, or 512, something like
412
that.
to 512.
Okay.
Okay.
Because the dormers might determine that a little bit.
Yes, yes, they will, yes. So the dormers, if anything, I built a house for my, another son of mine. And the actual pitch of the dormer on the front is steeper than the actual house. So
Right.
that, yeah, that's gotta be, because that's that street view, you gotta have that right. So that would make that, the pitch of the roof different, yeah.
Okay.
I'll be happy.
I have a motion to accept the certificate of appropriateness to construct a new single-family residence at 644 LaPorte Street with the modifications of changing the roof pitch to either a 412 or a 512, the addition of 2 dormers, removing the attached garage because it will be moved to the back at a later date.
Yes.
Second.
Motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed?
That will also go out
Thanks
to
a
the
lot.
mail. Do you want me to send it to Fredericktown?
Yeah, for right now.
And then I have your building permit. Obviously, there's a few elevation changes.
Okay.
But, well, there's a change to the foundation too, or the size of the
Be a
slab.
little bit smaller, yeah.
Yeah.
The
But
house itself will be the same, just,
we'll go ahead and process that. And if you could just submit a new elevation, at least a front elevation.
sure,
We'll get that done. So I know you want to get started here in the next
yes.
week.
As soon as
All
possible.
right.
Okay.
Thanks a
Well,
lot.
I should run that over to you tomorrow. I'll swing out
I'm
here.
out here,
I'll
just
do
leave it up front,
I'll do it tonight, okay?
sir.
Thank you, guys,
Thank
appreciate
you.
it.
Thank you.
Good luck.
Yes, thank you.
Okay, moving on to new business.
I have none.
Okay, moving on to other business.
Just wanted to let you know, there is a copy of my staff report for an appeal at your seat.
That's the one, the 29th one. the one-
This will be tomorrow night.
Okay, any public comments? Nope. Okay, we can adjourn.
Thank you all very
Thank
much.
you.